Hi, it's Caitlin, and I'm here today with a collection that might be giving you deja vu, but trust me, it's a new collection from Painted Polish. In May, Painted Polish released a Rainbow Chip Realm Part 1 collection, which featured pastel rainbow shades with black flakes. And for June, they are releasing Part 2 of that collection, which features basically the same colors, but just like slightly brighter. I will definitely have comparisons for anyone who is curious how these polishes compare to part 1. And if you are planning on picking these up, they will be available on the Painted Polish website on June 15th, starting at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So let's get into the collection.
Let's start off with this very appropriately named and very bee themed polish. This one is the Bee's Knees, and this one features black metallic flakies in a bumblebee yellow crelly base. So this one covers really well on that first coat. I am going to recommend 2 coats for everything in this collection, but the coverage is really good on that first coat. And once you let the polish dry down, those black flakes in this polish and all the polishes you're going to see will have texture, but top coat will take care of it. You won't really need a glitter grabber. That would be overkill. It'll smooth out with a good glossy top coat like Cuticula Limitless, which is what you're about to see me apply to the polish. And this really is a beautiful sunny shade of yellow. It's very primary yellow, and the black flakes obviously work really well. It definitely makes me think of a bumblebee. It's super cute. And here it is compared to Bananas for You from part 1 of the Rainbow Chip Realm. Next up we have Guac My World, and who doesn't love guacamole? I know I sure do. This one features black metallic flakies and a guacamole green crelly base. So this one is a really pretty shade of green. It's bright, but not neon for sure. And while all these colors are more intense than the last collection, or the first part of the collection, I still think that they kind of toe the line between pastel and not pastel. So these are like a little bit pastel-y, but really, really beautiful. And I apologize for the drilling that you're probably hearing from my neighbor's yard. I wish I lived in the middle of nowhere because I don't really like my neighbors or noises. Anyway, back to this polish. It is really beautiful, and after you apply the 2 coats, you will definitely have opacity, and you will definitely want glossy top coat to smooth everything out. And as you can see, it's just a really pretty shade of green. Everything works really well together, and what can I say? It's very guacamole. And then the comparison is here. It's definitely brighter. Guac My World. Here we have Papaya Don't Preach, which is such a great name. I love the Madonna reference. This one features black metallic flakies in a papaya orange crelly base. So this one is just a really, really pretty shade of orange. This one, interestingly enough, had the most sort of jelly-ish formula out of all the polishes for some reason. I really liked this formulation in particular. It also dried really, really shiny. So don't know why, but I just noticed that. And in the last video, I think I said something about the orange in that video reminding me of Tiger Tail ice cream, and this one looks even more like Tiger Tail ice cream than the orange counterpart in part 1. So love this polish, and it looks... Tiger Tail, by the way, is a type of ice cream. I think it's a Canadian thing, and it also does just look like a tiger. So here is Papaya Don't Preach compared to just Peachy from part 1. Next up we have Bubble My Yum, which features black metallic flakies in a bubblegum pink crelly base. So whenever I hear the words bubblegum pink, I get very, very happy. And on a random aside, if you just look at my index finger right now with the size and density of flake that came out, that's kind of what I would ideally want from these polishes, like a sparser distribution of the black flakes, just me personally, because then you could build it up if you wanted, but I kind of just love how that finger turned out, and I like how there's like smaller black flakes overall and just fewer of them. That's just me. So again, perfect in 2 coats, but you will want top coat to smooth everything out. It'll just give such a pretty glossy finish when you apply the top coat. I didn't bother showing these matte just because there weren't enough hours in the day, but they also look great matte. And coming up, we have a comparison with Cotton Candy Crush from the part 1 of this collection. Very different. Here we have Grape Scott, and this one is described as a really cute grape purple, and also with those black metallic flakies, of course. And again, all of these have fantastic formulas. That's what Painted Polish does. Every polish is just completely perfect in formula. This one's no exception. Totally opaque in 2 coats, and it does deepen on that second coat. So this kind of purple reminded me of, I don't know, it's not the Hamburglar, but that purple character from McDonald's in the 90s. I don't remember their name, so no idea, but that's kind of what shade of purple this reminds me of for some reason. So here it is in 2 coats with top coat. And compared to Lilac Lush, this one is definitely a deeper purple. And here we have Teal with it, which features black metallic flakies and a teal crelly base. And this one is another beautiful polish. It's a beautiful color. Fantastic formula. Once again, no surprise there. And I don't think I've done it yet, but maybe I'll just do a side-by-side that I'll insert at the end showing you part 1 of the Rainbow Realm collection versus part 2 of the Rainbow Realm collection, just so you can see it all together at once and get a better sense of how the polishes compare. So I am just making a mental note to myself to do that. So I really do like this shade of teal. I think it's really beautiful, and teals can be tricky for me, but I think that the black flakes in here just make everything work really, really well. So there it is in 2 coats plus top coat. And here is a comparison with Teal or No Teal from part 1, and then Teal with it on the left from this part 2. Moving along, we have Deja Blue, which features black metallic flakies in a blue crelly base. This one is sort of a sky-ish blue, I would describe it as. And once again, fantastic formula. It applies really easily. I love the paddle brush on these bottles, and I just love the branding that Painted Polish has too. These polishes look really pretty if you're the kind of person who displays polishes on a shelf. These are the kinds of collections that just look so fun when you see them out, because everything is very cohesive and it looks great in the bottle. So very aesthetically pleasing. Once again, you're going to want top coat, either glossy or matte, depending on how you like your polish. but you probably don't want it bumpy with those black flakes, so definitely use a top coat either way. And here you can see Deja Blue. And here is Deja Blue compared to Sky High on the right from part 1. The last polish in this collection is Blueberry Bliss, which just makes me hungry for a blueberry donut or blueberry muffin. I just really like blueberries, or just straight up blueberries. So I absolutely love the shade of blue. It's obviously featuring black metallic flakes in a blue Crelly base. And there's something about this shade of blue that just makes me very nostalgic for childhood. I don't know how to describe it, but I just absolutely love the shade of blue. And I think it works really well once again with those black flakes. It definitely looks like a blueberry with their little stems, or crowns, I guess they are. But anyway, this one applies like a dream, just like all of the other polishes. Super easy. And here I am applying the Cuticula Limitless top coat. This one just looks really adorable when it's all glossed up. And here's a look at it compared to Posh and Periwinkle from part 1. And here I just wanted to do a side-by-side like I did in the last video of the blues in this collection. Just so you can see, it's just really blue heavy. I know one of them is counted as a teal, but it's a lot.
My top picks from this collection are different from the first collection just because I think of the way the colors work. I really like Bubble My Yum. I just think the name is really cute, which sometimes sways me on why I like a polish, but also it's a really pretty shade of pink, and I always like pink and black. It's very, I don't know, just like cute and emo. And I also really like Papaya Don't Preach because that's a really pretty shade of sort of a papaya orangey color, and I don't have any colors at all like that in my collection, so I like that one. But did I wish that maybe this collection was like neons with black flakes? Yes. Did I wish it was even more different from the last collection? Definitely. And hopefully if you bought part 1, you're not disappointed that there's now a part 2 and you like these colors better and have to buy these as well. They probably would work really nicely together in nail art. You could do like gradients with part 1 and then the part 2 counterpart. I don't know, I'm not that creative and I don't have the time or energy to do nail art, but if someone does it, tag me, let me know. So let me know your thoughts on the collection or collections in the comments, and I hope you have a great day wherever you are, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye!